Matty and Steve, they set the stage. From classic bouts to the modern age. Every slam, every story, every legacy comes alive with Wrestling Pedigree. So tune on in, the spotlight's bright. The ring is ready on this podcast night. It's Wrestling Pedigree.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Wrestling Pedigree. I'm your host, Matty, and with me today I have a very special guest, a good old dear friend, Mr. Elite, I call him, Gary Joe, the founder of FTR, Follow the Revolution. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Been quite the running around. Well, quite the run around on my day off, but doing pretty good overall.
It's typical Sunday, really. What a week for, a month really for you, AEW. I mean, they had some major shows. I am a fan of AEW, but you guys are killing it, innit? You're a brand. You're what do you say? You're sickos. You must be loving life at the moment.
Yeah, right now it just feels like AEW is just on this upward trend. People are gonna just say ratings and attendance matter. No, I think it's just if AEW continues doing their own thing that they have been doing all year, like in 2024, like the last month, I remember, that new streaming rights deal and the just everything that they got handed to them from Warner Brothers Discovery. I'm like, yeah, man, you gotta make sure that you hit a home run. Now this is time, and yeah, they have been terrific all year.
Oh, absolutely. And what's been terrific is your page. Your obviously being friends with you. I've seen you start it in 2020. It was Honor the Elite, and now it's the FTR. Which I was going to put a title as Wrestling Pedigree FTR, but I thought I would get too much hit for the wrong reason. For the Revolution. What made you start off this? I call this a really, really good page because it's so positive. There's no hate, and when there is hate, you kick them out so quick. What made you come up with the idea, and how you find it in the process since you started in 2020?
Yeah, so how this started in 2020 was actually a fun story. I was watching AEW Dark, and I remember I was glancing on his page. I think it's called Wrestling Fans or something. And now it's actually one of my good friends, Vicky. She was getting attacked. Like, if you support AEW, this is gonna happen. Yada yada yada. Even brought her mother into this. Mind you, her mother has passed away. Before I met her, so I'm like, damn, dude. So I'm like, okay, now I want to create a page for something for fun. I did not expect something to come out of this after 5 years. It's been a great dream, man. I've interviewed some great independent talent during the pandemic. I even, Spencer Slade, Karma Dean, a promoter for a wrestling company down in Florida, Alex Red, Chandler Hopkins a couple times. Fun fact, that is the boyfriend of Red Velvet. So there you go. So that's really, really cool. And now I have a collaboration right now with a band that I freaking love. We're doing really, really good things right now. And yeah, dude, when I started this, again, it was for fun. And now I have so many people flooding my inbox how much they like the positivity that I bring to AEW. Yes, I do remove somebody fairly quickly if they're stirring crap, but I try to make it positive. I don't mean to reply back to these people that are leaving negative comments. I'm like, dude, you're coming on the wrong page. Yeah. One of my favorite things, man, besides the collaboration with the band, I like the collaborations that I've had since, and Shout out to Jeff, by the way. I'm sure you'll watch this at some point. You know, the collaborations with the predictions group to this amazing UK podcast that we have a working relationship with. Really, really like Adam and Dave for what they do for me over there. Did stuff for Drew G Radio for a while. A lot of good things coming out of this. So,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, it's crazy how things are progressing, man.
What do you want? What's your plan for the next years? Are you just winging it, or is there any goals that you guys want to do?
So I actually have my fingers crossed. Within 1 year, I am hoping that I get to join a AEW media scrum. I have sent out multiple request. I might be going to full gear. That's really, really into a consideration. Now, I did put my request in for that, so hopefully it works out. And Matty, I can show you a message that I got as well from Mikey Ruckus, which is AEW's music producer, that he wants me to help him. So I'm hoping my success is bigger than it is now. I feel like when you do this for 5 years, man, you just don't want to stop. It's an addiction that's healthy, and you love what you do. So yeah, I'm hoping bigger things will come my way within a year.
So one of the main reasons I created Wrestling Pedigree was a positive outlook, and I will totally admit, obviously, me and you knowing each other for so long, I took inspiration from your page.
I appreciate that, man.
I want it to be positive. I want to have no tribalism, no bullshit, anything like that. I literally just want it to be positive on any promotion. And if you look on my Facebook, we started 2 months ago and we're already hitting 1.5 thousand followers. We are just literally just covering WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, any promotion that deserves love, even the indies, because they work as hard as the main rosters and main promotions. So once again, thank you for that inspiration, because of that, this is the most I've done, and I'm getting the love for it. I mean, me and you did a show years ago during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Breakdown, and we done what was it? Nothing. I think it was the Vegas one.
I think it was a breakdown of a WCW pay-per-view.
Oh, is it? I thought it was an AEW, because I remember we were talking about Cody.
Yeah, and a little bit of AEW too.
Yeah, and I remember you said you won't leave, and then
yeah.
Well, it's crazy that we had that chat, and then years later we're having this one, and so much happened. Let's quickly talk about your AEW. What do you feel is great about AEW at the moment, or in general?
Truth to be told, man, I really love the consistency in the women's division right now. It feels like they have really made that an important piece. We're getting our first ever women's blood and guts match next month. That is so amazing.
That is gonna be good.
It feels like Tony has really learned from previous mistakes with storytelling. The storytelling's there. But the number one thing that I absolutely love the most is really fixing that women's division that really needed to be fixed. He's hiring all the right pieces, I feel, and I'm not talking about acquisitions on the women's roster. I'm talking about like producing it. Like, people can say what they want about Mercedes Moné, but when you brought Mercedes in, you brought in a writer that has experience in the women's division, and that's Jennifer Pepperman. So I think that's a win-win for AEW right there.
Oh, I totally agree with you on that. And how much being a fan and Monet being here is so easy to give her heat. But I'm loving to a point of the title belt collector, as I go to Rev Pro a lot, which is one of the titles she holds of the women's division. I just find her work at the moment is she knows she knows her strengths, and she's working on those strengths really, really well. And Tony's doing really well, a really good job doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think is the real face of AEW as a company? I don't remember who is the face
for the men's division, or just
both.
the whole company in general.
Let's do both. So one of the men's and one of the women.
For the men, I'm going to say John Moxley. Moxley, to me, has really stepped in that MVP status that cannot be denied. You know, like the fact that people were like, oh, this guy never shows the title. Oh, this guy is so bland. He's boring. He has no theme song. He has no charisma. Guess what? He's doing exactly what you want from a heel. He's not going to please you. But aside from that, like John, when he, came in 2019, I feel he has been incredibly successful. I think more successful than anybody from the former team, the Shield. That might be a hot take for some, but that's what I feel. But yeah, it's really a neck and neck with him and Swerve. Maybe I'm being biased because Swerve has shared my stuff on Instagram. Thank you, Swerve. The women, I gotta say, it has to be hands down Toni Storm. It's always a timeless classic, right? When you get Toni Storm on there. She's just doing everything that you want in the women's division. You give it personality, you give it an emphasis, you give it something very excited for. So I would absolutely have to say Toni Storm.
When fans, like some fans, give heat on John for not showing the title, they do know it's storyline, and it's not actually like proper, like he hates the title. It's literally storyline, and I do think some of the I'm not one of them, but the WWE tribal people just use anything against AEW at the moment, and it's this is storylines. You forget that there's actually a thing called storylines in wrestling, and
that's exactly it.
MTV Real World.
I wholeheartedly agree, 110% on that, Matty. Like, it's no different from people like Cody Rhodes as champion. Although he just, people are like me. I'm like, but you cannot deny Cody's excellence. I think Cody is a really, really good, promising babyface in AEW. Now, if you want to talk about heels, I mean, I think, truthfully, I love Drew McIntyre as a heel. I think he's been terrific. Like tweeting in the ring, that was hilarious.
Bored at work,
yeah.
So, which debut, AEW debut, gave you the most chills? Or as The Rock does it?
Ooh, man, there's so many. Honestly, though, I always think about this one to this very day. Bryan Danielson at All Out 2021, like that place exploded. Everything was just so hyped for that. And you can really feel it at home. It was like the Sting moment too, right? Like, what? Like, no way, dude. That's one thing AEW does really well. They keep their debuts so under wraps, without the dirt sheets trying to F it all up. But
I mean, a lot of the dirt sheets wasn't mess up your show a lot.
Yeah,
they do, and
so. But
massive shout out to that dude who was driving the car. You ever see? I can't remember his name, but he's driving the car and it's empty. And then the next picture, he has the surprise guest.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, I'll find out and I'll send it to you. But he's brilliant. So he's the driver that comes in and he takes a selfie. There's no one there, and then when the surprise happens, he releases it in their picture, and it's the surprise. So it's been like Saraya, Monet, everyone else.
Oh, yeah, the chauffeur guy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that guy. Okay. When he tweets something that day, yeah, you're kind of getting the gist, like, oh, somebody's going to debut. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, what's so great is we don't know who.
Exactly.
Who has the most potential but not used right at the moment? Like, they got bags of talent, but their storylines or their gimmick or their tag team or they're in the Don Callis family, which is a bunch of fucking old ones. Who has that potential that you think needs a good kick up the arse or a new direction?
The one that could really use a little bit of momentum, although he's been in some crazy good matches for a while. I'm hoping Konosuke Takeshita, like, move away from the Don Callis family. You've got all that chance to be a promising single star. Thankfully, they're teasing that a lot lately. So I'm hoping Takeshita, but he's always in a promising role. But if you're talking about like somebody that's underrated, that deserves that oomph, man, I'm going to start off with the women's division first. I'm going to say this one for me needs to be Anna Jay. She is one of the originals. She is always in a good spot, but now that the women tag team titles are in the mix, hopefully there will be something for Anna. But for the men, dude, oh man.
It's hard to choose, isn't it?
Well, before he got injured, I was really hoping something for Brian Cage too. I think he has the potential of being something great. He's with AEW for the next 6 years, man. So I'm hoping they do something with him once he returns from his injury. So yeah, it would have to be Brian Cage for me.
That is a really good shout. Really, really good shout. For me, even though he's a tag team champion at the moment, I want Brody King to go up more.
Oh, yeah, I love Brody.
I love him as the tag. I love the tag team he has at the moment, but I feel he needs just to, in the next 3 months, just go a different direction. Go for, even if they still tag team, just go on a quick single run and just aim for that title shot because he will be brilliant as a singles champion.
Maybe he'll be in the C2.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's going to be announced, I would assume, very soon.
Well, I'm looking forward to All-In next year again in Wembley. This will be my third All-In.
Shh.
I couldn't get to Texas this year, so. Talking of pay-per-views, what is your favorite AEW pay-per-view of all time? I mean, there's 6 years to look out.
I think All Out 2021. You had everything that you ever wanted on that card. You had probably, to me, one of the best tag team championship matches with the Lucha Bros and the Bucks. You had the debuts of Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, back to back. It was just perfect. You had, although I can't stand the Pepsi can guy, but him and his match with Darby, I thought it was good too. So, yep.
As a proper loyal AEW supporter fan, what is your intake on the 7 hours pay-per-view?
I think it can be a little excessive sometimes. But I will say, when you are watching that long of a pay-per-view, you better deliver. Because if not, Tony, you're gonna trim it down a lot, man. But there's one thing that I don't mind about it, to be honest with you. You're including much people on that roster as you can that is not featured on that television time. So, but when All In was over 7 hours,
oh yeah,
I will say, like the last. Well, no, I can't say the last 2 hours because the main event was one of the best. It dragged out a little bit at times, but I can see what Tony was doing. But yeah, I mean, if they can keep it like 4 hours, 4.5, fine, but don't do 7 hours again. That's a little much.
I agree on that. That's including the kickoff show also. Which AEW wrestler do you think is the most underrated then?
The most underrated?
Most underrated. So, think of
this might sound crazy,
Ooh.
because he's way over with the crowd at all times. But that is MJF. It feels like this year, there's not much of a hit with MJF. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully in 2026 there's a more promising role for MJF. Yeah, I think he's just a little underrated at the moment. I don't know what it is.
Do you think he's peaked, or there's still more to come?
Oh, I think there's more to come. I think he still has his contract, I believe.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think he can maybe cash in at World's End, start out the new year interesting. So,
2 more questions. Best AEW theme.
I love so many.
Mine's Tarzan Boy. I'm sorry.
What is it? Oh, Tarzan Boy.
Boy.
That one is catchy, man. I'm gonna go with Swerves. His is very, very catchy.
It's just a dance for me. I mean, when we done the watch parties in the UK for AEW, and that song comes on, the whole crowd, like the whole people in the nightclub or the pub or in the bar, are literally just doing Swerve. It's phenomenal. Before you go, what is advice for like the regular, well, just like the normal wrestling fans that enjoy wrestling and they like AEW, they like WWE, they like TNA, they like New Japan? What is advice to them that they see bullshit online, like the tribalness, and what is your advice of just being positive? Like, how would you go about it?
Yeah, so that's a good question, man. So a lot of people ask me, like, how do you remain so calm with over 52,000 followers, just people coming at you, gunning at you? I think you just got to remember, you know what? Wrestling's great right now. We can enjoy what we like. We have all different flavors. If you want to watch a Monday Night Raw for, the entertainment with promos, or, some certain things, if you're going to see a crazy maneuver for Penta, go ahead, man. That's your flavor. I'd like that for you. If you want to watch AEW, or if you don't even watch AEW, try to give AEW a chance, or once TNA, I'm hoping they get that TV rights deal, give TNA a chance again. We are certainly in a period that I really love wrestling, but when people are always commenting on my threads, bringing up something that's not even remotely close about AEW, I'm like, why are we doing this again? Like, stop. Like, I want to enjoy WWE again, but I have no interest because I think it's just, it's not really sticking out for me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to tell this person, well, you shouldn't be watching Raw or SmackDown because, your life depends on it. No, you want to watch it? Cool. But at the end of the day, we are wrestling fans. I call them tribalist warriors as of late, because man, it's really, really bad. Like, I kid you not, like, I can post something, let's say AEW breaking that record, right, at the O2 Arena with Forbidden Door, 18,888. Next thing you know, here comes somebody in the comments, oh, well, weekly television, they're horrible. Okay, but like, why are we focused on a chair? Why are we focused on a number? Why are we focused on metric and optics? I want us to embrace for what we have. Like, I love the fact that you brought up New Japan Pro Wrestling, man. I really enjoy what they do. And I think that's one thing that I really love about AEW, because it made me realize, wow, I want to know who, let's say, Alex Windsor, before she got signed to AEW. I was like, I mean, I know she's engaged to Will, but I'm like, I want to know a little bit more about Stardom, right? And thankfully, I have the New Japan World app, so I'm like, okay. And I'm like, wow, these women kick ass. And it's like Eve Wrestling as well. Yes. They're a wrestling promotion. I'm sure you know where that is, Matty, in the UK. And those women, yeah, beautiful wrestling, man, all around. And, you know, I always say people can enjoy wrestling, but you need to really take 10 steps backwards. Don't go 10 steps forwards and just slandering a promotion that you just don't care about. Like, people always slander, AEW because they feel, oh, well, that's the right thing to do. But you are attending to your brain stems and saying, well, I know I'm right. But it feels like they promote AEW with pure hatred more than the company they watch unconditionally more than any other promotion, And I'm not saying AEW fans are not perfect either, because they're not. No wrestling fan is perfect. I'm not perfect, man.
Yeah, none of
But
are.
People deserve the cultures where, like, I'm glad that I can go to a page and go to a positive light. Like, I have shared, shout outs to pages that people are like, oh, well, I don't know who this page is. I would like to give them a follow. Send me a link, Matty. I will share your page too, man. Like, anything to spread the love,
Yeah, so much.
That's how wrestling fans can embrace the wrestling that's happening. But don't sit behind your phone, sit behind your keyboard and just be like X, Y, and Z reasons. Yeah, fuck you. It's weird, man. I mean, I get death threats, like all kinds of weird shit. But it is what it is. It just comes to a point where this is never gonna stop, and that's very unfortunate. Like, that's why when you see wrestlers like I think it was most recently today, Andrade, he was just shitting all over Dave Meltzer for false information. We are just wrestling fans. Let us be wrestling fans. Let us watch the wrestling and stop being a tribalist goon. So, and I think you could tell in my page, Matty, I never post something where WWE Raw, yeah, here's what I thought. It was a shit show. No, I don't post that on my page because people don't deserve to hear that. The only time that I'm going to retort it back is if somebody's leaving in the comments about stupidity and, but it is what it is, man. But, we can keep talking a little bit, Matty, if you want to, if you do have more questions.
With the, like, obviously with the hate and all that stuff, what is your take on the counter pay-per-views that WWE do with AEW?
Am I allowed to swear on here?
Yes, it's my.
Okay.
Hey, you know me. I swear a lot. Trust me.
Yes. 4 words. Absolutely fucking hate it. I just, again, man, that you were just bringing up tribalism. That's what stirs the tribalism. Good example. The people that were getting all bent out of shape over a C letter grade from a writer from ESPN. I'm like, why are we that pissed off for? It was just, but that's what happens when it comes to counter programming, because there's going to be insights, right? I did not watch WrestlePalooza. I did watch the highlights, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't miss much. But the point what I'm trying to say is, more you do the counter programming, more wrestling fans are just going to fuel pure hatred on this company and that company. That's one thing that bothers me about WWE a little bit with the counter programming. They're trying to make it seem like, oh, we're the only company that exists. Wrestling fans are not stupid. You're smart. Jeff is smart. This person, that person, that's a wrestling fan. We remember things. That's for damn sure. So true. Yeah, the counter programming, I'm glad it's not happening rest of the year. Knock on wood. But yeah, it's horrible, man. I mean, I get it, back in the 90s, but you did not see a WWF pay-per-view at the time going up against a WCW pay-per-view. That never happened. And this is the problem that I have with TKO, and people can say this if they don't want to admit it, but Triple H does have some of that input as well. So Triple H and Nick Khan and the entire TKO brand, move, go away. You're like a fly that's just swatting around me. Like, get away from me.
I can understand what you mean by that. I definitely understand what you mean by that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the prices are going up as tickets, but I didn't mind it when it was Owen. No, yeah, Texas Owen. And I didn't mind some of it because you guys AEW starts at 3 p.m. Eastern,
Mm-hmm.
and then so that's 8 o'clock in the evening for me, and I could watch 4 hours of AEW, and then on my phone while I'm watching AEW on telly on my phone, I got Netflix, so I can watch that. So it does. It's kind of just gonna get more devices to watch wrestling.
Yeah, that is true. And I do like the earlier start times too, and Tony's really considering that. And I like that because he's thinking about you guys in the UK,
Yeah,
where it's convenient for you.
I mean, next year, I think last year when I went last year, it started at 4 o'clock our time, and it didn't finish it till 11. I didn't get back into my hotel until after midnight. But yeah, it was about 11, and the London transport is not the best after 10. What is your opinion on Andrade coming back?
I'm not a fan of it right now.
Well, that's surprising.
I mean, I don't have an issue with him. I think it's just because I kind of like the flow of AEW just signing not former WWE talent. But yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it at the moment. If I'm gonna rate it 1 out of 10 for my happiness, oh, I'm so happy that he's back, I give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7. And it's not like he left on bad terms. Like the first thing that replays in my head though is the incident that he had with Sammy Guevara. So, yeah, we shall see.
Do you, couple quick more. Do you think if the rumors are true, and it's the dirt sheets, but the rumors are true that he's filled numerous wellness violations, does that not worry you for when he just comes into AEW and might just do exactly what he did in WWE?
And that's why I'm cautious to the win with Andrade. Now let's say if that was not true, because dirt sheets think they know everything, but it feels like the fans know more than the dirt sheets. So, yeah, man, that's where I am pausing myself. Like he leaves WWE, he debuts with AEW, he leaves AEW, then he goes back to WWE, now he returns. It's weird. It's like a game of yo-yo.
I compared it on Roundtable. I compared it as him getting, it's like X that you keep going to when you're bored.
I mean, like thankfully I didn't go back to my ex.
One last quick question. Unsigned indie wrestler on your side of the pond or my side of the pond. Who do you want AEW to sign?
Man, this one I love, Matty. He has been so damn good. Give me Luke Jacobs any day of the week.
Yeah.
Luke is just so good, man. Kenji is another one that's really catching my eye. I love her. But yeah, Luke Jacobs right on that list for me. He did turn down WWE's tryout offer, and I'm glad in a way. He's one of the best from Progress, so yeah, that would have to be Kenji and Luke Jacobs.
Those two, I'm a massive fan of Progress. I love these two. They've been so phenomenal this 2025 and 2024 with Jacobs, but he'll be a great fit in AEW, definitely. And then another one I would love to see him in AEW is Tape.
I bet I know who you're going to say without saying it.
Who's a
Michael Oku.
yes. Because I would not mind seeing some Irish beauty there and all. But there's so much independent at the moment that you, especially on this side of the pond, where it'll be a perfect fit, like Alex Windsor, like obviously Ospreay, like Ospreay, like Oku that's showing up on Ring of Honor. It's just there's so much talent there that you could be such a perfect fit for AEW, and when they do the tryouts there, I hope they see him.
I mean, they are going to Manchester, England here in the next 2 months. So
I'm going to that, and I'm going to Cardiff.
Shut up.
on that wonderful note, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining us on this special episode. It's so awesome to have you on, Gary. And I wish you the best for FTR and you and the band. I hope you do really, really well. And hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll have a catch-up episode.
Count me in, man. And is this going to go on YouTube or just Facebook?
I'll be YouTube and Facebook and all podcast outlets.
Okay, cool. So I actually have quite a few outlets, like Instagram, here, TikTok.
Where can they find you?
Oh, well, you guys can certainly find me on TikTok. Facebook is my number one destination. Most recently, got things up and going on Instagram, YouTube as well. I'm very happy for the 2-year anniversary coming up for my All Elite Women's Squared Circle. Very, very happy for them. But yeah, that's where you guys can find me. If you guys are going to be in Chicago on the November 4th, you can see me in the Pretty Wild. Yes, love these girls so much. Going to be doing that. There's also something that is being discussed with me and Mikey Ruckus. Very, very cool times for me, but I'm just going with the flow, winging it, and having a good time. So, Matty, dude, it feels good to talk to you again. It feels like I didn't want to lose my friends after, leaving predictions, but, it just been so busy. And that's why when you asked me to join this on Sunday, I'm like, dude, that's the only day of the week that I don't work. That's perfect. So this was awesome, man. Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you, bud. And yeah, definitely doing our catch up soon.
Sounds good, Matty.
All right. Thank you guys for listening and watching in. And we'll be back tomorrow with the Ross Report. And Wrestling Pedigree will be back next weekend where we look at WCW Nitro 95 to 96. So have a good night and enjoy wrestling.